Hey guys, I'm doing something completely different today. I'll take a break from my own boat maintenance. I'm out here in San Pedro, California, and I'm on the docks, and I'm very excited because it's Transpac week. A lot of the boats are prepping right here in San Pedro. This is the starting line for Transpac race. It's been going on, I think, since 1906. It's a 2,500 mile race from San Pedro to Hawaii. Some of these boats make it there in like 5 days, 5, 6, 7 days. Some of the slower boats make it in like 15 days. But when you think of a normal kind of cruising sailboat, usually taking 20, 21 days to get to Hawaii. So to hear that some of these boats are getting there in 5 days, the racing boats, it's just really incredible. Today I'm going to walk around the dock here. I'm really just going to see if I can find anybody willing to talk to me. I don't know what to expect. I think a lot of the boats are prepping right now. It's Thursday of the week, and Saturday is the big day that most of the boats are going and leaving. A few of the boats have already left. What they do is in stages, so the slower boats will leave on like Monday or Tuesday of the week. Another heat will leave, I think, Thursday or Friday, and then the faster, almost professional style boats will leave on Saturday. So that's what we have here at the dock now. A lot of the more professional, the fastest of the fast boats in Transpac. So I'm just going to walk around and see if anybody might be willing to talk to me and see if we can kind of ask them about their experience that they're going to have in the next few days of Transpac 2021. Let's go explore.
Sure, David Smythe.
And you're located here local?
Yeah.
Okay. And you've done the race before?
Yeah, I've done it 3 times, all back in the 70s.
Okay.
And got third just about last, and then won it the third time. And the middle one, we were doing a delivery. The race boat we destroyed in the spring, so we just had to take what we could get.
Tell me, for somebody that's like completely doesn't know anything about the Transpac, like what is it? How long is it? What's the,
Well, it's 25 miles from San Pedro here, Point Fermin, to Diamond Head Buoy off of Waikiki. And the boats are, the ones that started on Monday, kind of the more cruisy ones are probably about, 12 to 14 day boats. The ones that are starting tomorrow are going to be in the 11 to 7 day kind of thing. And then the ones on Saturday will be the fast ones that should be there in well under 7 days for sure. Yeah, it's it's fun, but really, I tell you, most of the fun is the stuff around the race, because as anybody who's done it will tell you, it's a horrible race to actually be on. The first several days are just miserable. You really don't see the sun until the last third of the course.
It's just overcast the whole time.
Yeah, it generally socked in full coverage. And then you get these squalls every night, so just when everybody's real tired, you spin out and crash and burn and jibe and blow sails out at 3 o'clock in the morning. But then what happens, so after all that torture, is the last, couple hundred miles, maybe, you're just really booming down. Finally it's sunny, finally it's warm, the water's warm. You're going fast, and you start smelling the mangoes. You're going, when you're maybe 50 miles north of the islands, you can start smelling the mangoes. It's really kind of spectacular. So everybody remembers, because the final little bit is tremendous, and then of course when you finish, big party on the dock. People come down with just kind of unlimited amounts of Mai Tais and usually other kind of fun things too. So that's really why people do it more than once. It's a tough race, especially the first bit. Is often pretty gnarly. You're pretty close hauled or beam reaching. So you can't do any. Here comes a big giant wave. You can't do anything about it. It just nails you. Rolls right over the boat. That's those are the so the whole inside of the boat is completely soggy. By after a few days out, and then there's no way to dry it out because it's wet with salt water, right? So all your stuff, it's you're crusty. It's just for days and days, and you've minimized all the weight on the boat, so there's no water to shower or anything like that. It's saltwater showers and things like that.
That's the other question I was going to have, like preparation and whatnot, like is the food and the water, try to conserve weight.
Yeah. So a lot of the selections on the food is kind of the lightest way to get calories. Now a lot of these boats, you don't even have, any chef on board. You roll the clock back far enough, and you had, not just somebody who was assigned to be a cook, but you'd have a chef and a sous chef and a hostess to kind of clean up afterwards, and then you had the people on the struggling to actually sail the boat, but at least you're getting really good hot meals on the table, and a snifter of brandy after the meal, and so that's why I don't do Transpac anymore. We can't do that stuff anymore.
All right,
yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for the info.
Sure.
And you're part of the yacht club here locally?
Yeah, Cabrillo Beach Yacht Club is where I'm a member.
Okay, very good. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice meeting you too.
What's your involvement?
So I'm the owner of the boat. Got a stack full of great sailors to help me get this boat across the Pacific to Hawaii.
Have you done it in the past?
This is my 7th time doing it. Yeah.
On this particular boat? Or?
No, this first time on this boat. Had 3 other boats. So we did it last time on a Pac 52, and we won Division 1. So hoping that we can get close to something like that again. That's the goal.
What is this boat?
So this is a Boateen 56, and it's a 2018 pretty new boat. A little bit bigger than the other boat that I had last time, so should get there a little bit faster. We're going to owe the other boat some time, but we're in Division 1. The other boat that I had before is Warrior 1, and
okay. I saw that boat.
Yeah, it's the blue boat. So we're out there to try to beat the old boat. Yeah.
What's the typical time you would shoot?
So we're looking at about 7 days.
Okay.
And we have weather forecast, and if things hold out, we could maybe do a little bit better than 7 days. But that's what we're looking at right now.
How's it work for the different levels?
So there's first boat to finish, which is going to be probably Paiwacket, which is the fastest rated boat, and then all the other boats get rated. It's kind of like a golf handicap,
okay.
And so then it's up to the crews to do better, and it should show, is the crew the winning crew, or is it the boat? So we're in Division 1. There's 5 boats with us in Division 1, and then they'll correct the time at the end of the race. And for example, Paiwacket, which will be first to finish, will owe us 33 hours. And then, so it'll finish 33 hours before us, and if we beat that, we'll still win on a corrected time. So that's our idea, and all the other boats are with us because there's everybody's out there for first corrected.
Okay, well, from your past experiences, what are some of the biggest highlights?
Yeah, so as you approach Hawaii, you're probably in like the 5th day, and you start getting the trade winds, and you got the spinnaker up, and it's blowing 20 knots, and you're just sailing. It's warm, and you come out at night, and you're short sleeves, and it's just great sailing, downwind sailing. And then as you approach Hawaii, you hit Molokai and the Molokai Channel, and it's always blowing right in there, and it's just a blast to sail through the Molokai Channel. And then as you approach Oahu, where our finish is on Diamond Head, and you go by the Diamond Head buoy, so it's just a great finish.
What are some of your worst experiences you've had, Joe?
A few years ago, we hit something in the middle of the ocean. Of course, it was the middle of the night, blowing 25 knots, and we hit something right on our keel and just stopped the boat. And someone thought maybe we're going to lose our keel, which would not be a good thing. We ended up, it was just a big ball of net, fishing net, and so we finally had to head the boat back up to wind and back it down. Can't turn on the motor.
Somebody had to dive.
And we were able to turn it, and then the wind blew us down and got it. dislodge the fishing net.
Okay.
So yeah.
Because obviously any little turn on the motor, you're disqualified. Right?
Exactly. Once you use the propeller, you're out of the race.
Okay, that's hard. And what's your crew members said, what's your biggest fear this year?
Anything can happen. So we're just trying to be safe. I mean, you want to keep people on the boat. You don't want someone falling off the boat. That's the biggest fear is someone going overboard and trying to retrieve them. But so yeah, you just keep someone on the boat is the number one thing.
Right.
Yeah.
How many crew members do you have?
We're going with 9,
okay.
Including myself and my son,
Okay.
Kelly. He's going. He's 16 years old.
Oh, cool.
And this is his 3rd.
Okay.
And so we have 9 total. Most of the guys on board are really
Doing it
excellent.
for years, yeah.
Yeah, been doing it for a long time and
Very cool.
excellent sailors.
And
Yeah.
can you just describe a little bit about the boat here? Obviously, you have
Sure.
your helm station.
Yeah, so there's two helms, and we have twin rudders.
Okay.
If you look down below, you can see the rudder.
Okay.
And a lot of boats just have the single rudder, and this will help us kind of grip the water a little bit more, and makes it pretty smooth. The one thing about this boat is we have power winches, and so you just instead of someone top handling with this, you just push a button and it will trim the sails. And so the power winches are something new that a lot of boats don't have quite yet.
Right.
It's all run off of lithium-ion batteries and is the power source for the winches.
And then down below, you got a couple of
Pretty sparse down below. Not a lot of comfort. You got 5 pipe berths on each side. And so if we're heeled over, all the crew will be on one side, and once you tack the boat, and everybody will sleep on the other side, so everybody's on the high side of the boat. There's a 2-burner stove, for the galley and a sink, and we make water. And down here is again pretty sparse. Pretty much keep the bow of the boat empty. You don't want a lot of weight up here. So the crew, there's 5 of these pipe berths that go, 2, and then 1 at the far back of the boat. If you come back here, you can see this is what would be the nav station. We've got a laptop. We get all of our weather downloaded through satellite. And this is just our fuel tank here. The pumps for the hydraulic winches are right here. So there's 3 pumps that can go off depending on how much power you need. And then that's the computer system for running the hydraulics. And then if you go all the way back in here, behind here is a water maker, and then the steering system is way in the back. Yeah, go ahead.
more bunks here.
And then depending on the heel of the boat, you just raise your bunk or lower it so that you're laying flat. And you come up here. This is the galley, so sink. We boil water. Everything is freeze-dried food, so you just boil water, pour it in the cooler with some freeze-dried food, and it'll cook in there. Make coffees for the guys. Little water pump here.
So you got everybody lined up so where you can get your cups.
Yeah,
out.
so everybody's got a number. That's their number. This is our pet is here, where you put a bag in that. You do your duty. Take the bag and you throw it. Yeah, it's not. So there's no through holes.
Yeah.
There's no extra weight for pipes, and there's no pleasure of any lifetime pleasure. So you get that when you get to shore.
And Tom, where are you from? You said
I'm from San Diego.
Okay, so you're local. We're pretty local here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate all your time.
Sure thing.
Good luck to you. totally doing things just to tick boxes. So what can you tell me about this boat?
It's a Pac 52. There's a sister ship called Callisto, which is basically built by the same person, so they're virtually the same boat. But yeah, no, we start on Saturday, and we've been training a lot, so hopefully the race goes well for us.
And have you done it before personally?
I've personally never done the race, so it'll be my first time.
What are you looking forward to most time?
Absolutely everything. I mean, the fact that it's a 7-day race that we'll probably do a lot of downwind sailing, it'll be awesome. And I'm always looking forward to going fast. And,
yeah.
I mean, this could be the longest offshore race that I've ever done, so I'm pretty excited for it.
So what's the training involved with this? I mean, how many months have you guys been as a crew working together?
Since last year, actually. Yeah, a little bit, maybe a little bit longer than that. So.
And where are you from?
I'm from Miami.
Okay. You like full-time sailing? Or?
It is my profession, yeah.
Oh wow, very cool.
Yeah.
Like instructing and racing and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, mostly racing.
Okay.
I mean, I'm getting into the offshore scene, so it's
okay.
a good step for me, but mostly like one design racing as well as this stuff. So.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me about, do you mind telling me about what you got going on here? Is this all your supplies and everything?
I can't tell you all that much about our sales, but
more about the preparation of food and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, between obviously food, water, and those things are pretty key on the boat, and as well as all of our safety gear and stuff like that. And we're always, I mean, since you're going 2,200 miles, 2,300 miles, you have to be prepared to basically, if the boat breaks, you have to be prepared to fix it. Right. So we have a lot of spares, different, tons of bags of just different things for different situations that could happen. And obviously the safety stuff between the life raft and ditch bag and all sorts of other things. But yeah.
Well, thanks for your time. And what's your name?
I'm Scott.
Scott, good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Tyler Bader, and trimming on the Vitesse here. This, as a team, is our second Transpac together, and it's great. We have a great group of guys, great group of friends, really. Do a bunch of sailing together, and it seems like it's really coming together. So this is a RP52, so 52, I guess, the waterline, maybe 56 overall.
You said you've done it a couple times in the past?
This is our second one together, yeah.
Okay. And what was your experience last time when you did it?
It was awesome. It was, for most of us, I think it was our first Transpac, certainly our first Transpac on a 52, and it was a great kind of learning experience. And now that we know the boat a bit better and we have some of the things dialed in, I think we're looking for a better result.
Any memories from your last time as far as highlights?
Mostly people memories. We had a really great crew, most of the same people from this time, and it's fun to share a watch with your buddies. We were all joking, it's like, you're gonna get to Hawaii, I want to keep going to Japan, you know? Yeah, a lot of preparation this year, right? Like I think last time we just got in the boat and we were just trying to get it to the starting line. This year we can be a lot more focused on the details, like tuning and setup. A lot more thought about kind of like the food and what goes on the boat.
What kind of experience have you had? I mean, did you grow up racing, or what's your background?
Yeah, so I grew up in Rhode Island and kind of been sailing since as little. I think it's true of most of these guys. And doing some college sailing, and then moved out to San Francisco, did some sailing there. And then, this was a group of guys, and originally, like the core group was a bunch of Rhode Islanders, and doing some sailing on the West Coast.
And are you still in San Francisco area, or?
Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
You do a lot of sailing up there?
Yeah, it's great.
I've talked to some other folks, like they're pretty much full-time sailing. I mean, what does that entail? I don't know if you are.
So for a bunch of us, we're full-time working,
okay,
and
then this is a hobby.
And yeah, this is vacation, gotcha. So it's like the hardest vacation.
Yeah. And then typically on the way, I've heard when you get closer to Hawaii, you get more of a downwind situation.
Yeah, so you start and you kind of crack off, you slowly crack off, and you start getting into your reaching sails. And it's a pretty tight, uncomfortable reach for like a day and a half or so. And then what everyone looks forward to is once you really kind of crack off and you get into the soft sails. And then it's just nice surfing and running all the way to Hawaii for a few days.
And then does everybody usually stay on to bring it back, or some people will leave? Or?
No. So for this boat, it will get taken apart in Hawaii.
Oh, really?
It gets loaded up on a ship, It's just it's a lot of miles on the boat to sail it back the wrong way.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a really long trip up and over the high, and it's just extra miles if you don't need them. So to preserve the boat, put it on a ship and receive it, I guess, back in Long Beach.
Oh wow, see, that's the kind of information I didn't know. You know,
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's interesting to like little tidbits. Yeah. What are you guys doing now? You guys you're cleaning out some of the.
Yeah, the winches and the pedestals. So the whole way to Hawaii, you're grinding the kites in, especially when you're in the downwind angles. So every little bit of friction, if we can get out of it now, it's just less work later.
Okay. All right. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. All right. So I'll leave you guys there. It's a little windy. Hopefully you could hear this. But just something different for the day. I wanted to show you around here at Los Angeles Yacht Club, San Pedro, California. Preparation for Transpac 2021. I figured I'd just get out and explore, and you never know what you might find. So be sure to tune in to Transpac starting. I'm probably going to post this today, Saturday. Well, for you it's Saturday today, the day the Transpac is starting. So check it out on the news and follow it. Maybe we'll see some of these boats that I talked to today in the top leaderboard. So we'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.